What is up guys, I hope everyone is doing well. So today we are going to check out the all new Corsair K95 Platinum keyboard. I do say all new, but it has been out for probably over a month now, but it did take a while for the UK to get UK layout stock, so here we are a month down the line. I've had this now for probably around 2 weeks and have been using it as my daily. So I'm ready to give you guys my thoughts on the keyboard. So one thing worth noting is the word platinum is going to cost you a premium, just like anything platinum. So this keyboard does retail for around $200 in the US and £190 here in the UK. So let's see if it is worth that price tag. So if we take a look at it first of all, you can see straight away it does look a little different to the original K95 and looks more like a K95 and K70 had a child. Either way, that love child looks just as beautiful as ever with that brushed aluminium that just looks super premium and oozes class. We do also have that wrist rest that I have come to love and I definitely cannot live without, but this time there is a little added bonus. If you don't like that textured feel on the front, simply remove the wrist rest, flip it over and you can have a nice smooth finish on the other side. And this is super easy to do as it is held in place by magnets. So this is definitely a nice touch and shows that Corsair are listening to consumers, as a few people I know definitely didn't like that textured feel on the K70 RGB that I reviewed a while ago, so definitely a big thumbs up there. So some other differences from the original K95 include the 6 macro keys on the left hand side, and these feature the grey textured keycaps and you can program these to do whatever you wish. If you dig these textured keycaps, Corsair have also included a set for gamers. Whether you are an FPS or mobile player, you will be happy to know that there are a set here if you would like to use them to differentiate between keys. So up top things have changed slightly as well. We finally now have a profile button that I will discuss shortly, and we also have a brightness toggle that will give you 3 levels of brightness as well as turning all the RGB off, and a Windows lock button. On the right hand side you will find the media keys and that new volume scroll wheel, and having used the K70 Rapid Fire since launch, I have to say that the new scroll wheel does feel much more premium and a lot more smooth to control, so that is definitely an added bonus. The K70 did feel okay, but at times it didn't really scroll very well, but they've definitely addressed this with the K95. So taking a look at the rear, you will find a USB pass-through perfect for peripherals like a mouse or gaming headset, etc. And if you are utilising this, then you will be happy to know that on the bottom of the keyboard, other than the usual grips and feet, we have nice cable routing channels to save you having wires going everywhere. This is definitely an added bonus if you ask me, because there is nothing worse than plugging a gaming headset into your keyboard and having the wire coming over the top of the keyboard, as it always seems to get in the way. So that's definitely a nice touch. So last of all, and probably the biggest change, is of course the LED light bar that runs straight across the rear. You can of course change this to any colour you wish and program multiple zones in Corsair's software that I will show you later. So the model that I have here does feature the Cherry MX speed switches, and if you've seen my review of the K70 Rapid Fire, I go into great detail on these. Basically they have a super short actuation of just 1.2mm, where most other switches are 2mm, so key presses are lightning quick. The MX speed switches are definitely my favourite on the market at the minute, and if you haven't tried them, I definitely suggest giving them a go. I'm not going to say that it's going to make you a better gamer, etc. I just love how they feel and how they sound. So as always, when I do a keyboard review, everybody always complains that I never do a sound test. So here goes. So hopefully you know how these MX speed switches sound, and being serious, they are a lot quieter than other Cherry MX switches, so that's definitely an added bonus for me. Okay, so before we jump in and take a look at the software, I wanted to talk a little bit about that profile button on the keyboard. This is something that Corsair fans have been asking for the longest time. So basically, when you go ahead and set up your light show on your keyboard, usually it would save to the Q software on the computer, meaning if you took your keyboard to a friend's house, took it to a LAN party, whatever, changed your computer, then you would have to rely on that computer having the Q software and obviously your profile. But now Corsair have integrated free profiles into the keyboard itself, and you can go ahead and save them, which is absolutely awesome. So let's take a quick look at the rest of the software. So Corsair's Q software has been upgraded, and it definitely needed an upgrade as it was a little difficult to use in the past, so I'm definitely happy that they have done this. So in here you can of course change all the lighting effects and set your keyboard up as you wish. You can then save it as a default profile or add it to one of the free onboard profiles, and it is really easy to use. There are of course plenty of effects you can choose from that you have likely seen before, and you can even layer effects on top of each other if you wish. As always, each key is individually lit, so you can customize it till your heart's content, and the same applies to that light bar on the rear. And here I am quickly setting up a little St. Patrick's Day theme, just in case anyone that's Irish is watching. Happy St. Patrick's Day. So when it comes to the macro keys, you can of course record and save those, which is super straightforward, and the new software makes it super easy. Okay, so let's wrap this up. As I mentioned earlier, the Corsair K95 Platinum costs a huge chunk of change. $200 is definitely not chump change. Is it worth it? In my opinion, this is probably the best keyboard that I have used to date. Is it worth $200? Then that's definitely going to come down to how much money you are willing to spend on a keyboard. The super premium build paired with all the new features, new software and the new lighting effects definitely makes it worthwhile for me. So let me know what you think down below. Would you pay $200 for a keyboard? I'm definitely curious to know. As always guys, if you have any questions, just ask down below and I will definitely get back to you. As always, stay safe, be kind to each other, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.